Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is a Dre and Jay review. And today we'll be reviewing the first episode of Marvel Studios' Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It's here.
It's here. Alright, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier, first thoughts, first impressions.
Man, when Marvel first announced all these shows coming out, I was like, I'm gonna watch them, but I ain't crazy about them. But these shows, including WandaVision so far and Falcon and Winter Soldier so far, these shows give you so much into these characters, man. You invest so much more time. These characters have so much more dynamics to them. Man. There's so much more detail into them. Like you could really go back, like watching Falcon and Winter Soldier today, or watching Falcon and Winter Soldier this past week. I was able to look at Sam. And I saw different parts of it I never seen. I never got to see Sam as his human side more. I know we've seen moments where he was with Cap and Winter Soldier. He's talking about being in the military and stuff like that. But like when you really saw him go with his family to see me and his sister. I didn't know he had a sister. You find out he had a sister. He got nephews and stuff. And seeing his struggles with what he's trying to do with his family and stuff like that. And trying to move on. Trying to move on with his life and find where he fits at. And seeing Bucky try to revert himself into society. That questions him as if he's all the way good and stuff like that. He's trying to find out where his motive
and he got his own most of the time. Well, I was gonna say most of the time, like he's either been brainwashed or he's been frozen.
Yeah,
he's been away from the world.
And all he knows, if he isn't, all he knows is war.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's all he's been used for. Mm-hmm. So like now he's trying to find, and he also has these moments. He has guilt and all these demons from what he's done, but he didn't control himself. But knowing that he has to live with this stuff and have these nightmares and stuff. I think the show has done a great job, including WandaVision. These shows do a great job at developing characters and giving these characters that we don't see as the A-list characters in the movies that get the shine because of the Caps and Iron Mans and all these other characters that they're getting their time and their shine. And I think it's going to help Marvel in the future with these characters because it's going to advance them. We're going to care more about them. We're going to like them more.
Yeah. So I think the first episode for sure of Falcon and Winter Soldier, it didn't really... Like, there was a bit of a plot, but at the same time... it was less plot and more about how we establish these characters and what they are beyond them being superheroes and what they go through in their normal everyday lives.
That and what they've been doing since today. This only takes place like a little bit after Endgame. So it's like what they've been doing since all this has happened. Like the blip, everybody's back now. It's like what they have been doing in their own life. There's no there's nothing going on, controversy. So try to reinvert themselves in society. So
it's nice to see the blip also take effect into Sam and Winter. So we're starting to see how the blip affects everybody's lives.
That's one thing I love about the blip, man. The blip, at first I thought it was like, okay, everybody's back, okay, we back. But the blip really, even though they defeated Thanos and they brought everybody back, it's low-key still left problem because now, like Sam says, your enemies are your friends are your enemies. Like they don't know who the allies are no more because everybody's been going. So things have changed so much because everybody's come back for 5 years, so things have changed. So even with the bank situation, so the blip has low key affected things way more than just people not being here and being gone. So when they defeated Thanos and brought everybody back, the world is still damaged. It's still hurt by what happened. So I think that's a dope thing. That's it's not just a one time. Oh, everybody's back, everything back to normal. Everybody go back to their day. Nah, times have really changed. That 5-year gap really is hit. You know what I mean? And I think that's why that 5-year gap in Endgame really helped establish a lot of this stuff.
For sure.
A lot of changes in 5 years. So I think they did a great job with the blip in general also. So.
Yeah. And I think, because I think the guy who does John Wick was in charge of, as far as who did a lot of the actions and stunts in John Wick was tied into this show. And you really see that within the first, couple of minutes, especially that whole chase sequence and, plane scene with Falcons, going through. And it was really cool. I mean, and it also... throws in another character that we've seen before in, previous, like the Marvel Universe, anyone who shows up can appear at any other moment. Yeah. So we saw George St. Pierre, who, his character who was in the Winter Soldier on that boat that at the beginning of Winter Soldier. Yeah. You see him in the first minutes of this episode. You saw Rhodey. You saw Don Cheadle in this episode as well. So it was great to see.
Yeah, I enjoyed the episode, but to go into more detail of things, when Sam gets the shield, I was like, man, damn. Yeah, I now want to do it, man. I knew the government was gonna fuck him over. Mm-hmm. And that's why Cap gave it to him. He told him, he said, it's for you, because Cap knew he motherfucker was crooked. He knew. Yep. So seeing Sam give it up and try to be, because Sam, he's a military man. He has his honor, he has his code he lives by. So I don't understand why he did it. And he has even Rodeo said like, I mean, you want to do this?
I think he just he in his mind he
didn't feel worthy.
He didn't feel worthy, and he just felt like there's only one person that's meant to hold the shield, and it's Cap.
No, I can see that. I can see that completely. And Rodeo even said, like, you should want to do this.
Yeah,
but and seeing that nice like setup for Captain America with the posters and the comic posters.
Yeah, it was great nostalgia.
It was great to see that, man, because Captain America's done so much for this universe. So see Captain America get so much shine and praise. It was dope to see. So I enjoyed that scene. And seeing Bucky, man, Bucky, I was never the biggest fan of these two characters. I thought at one point these characters were just jokes at one point, but these characters have so much. They're gonna add so much to these characters through this show. And seeing Bucky now, like I always felt for Bucky. I feel like Bucky was just in a bad place, man. He's never been good off. He's always been in a bad place. Mm-hmm. So I feel like seeing Bucky, it's like, man, you're gonna see his transformation. I think we're gonna see transformation when it's all said and done, but. I like seeing this change. Like he's trying more life. He even found a nice girl, and he still does this other stuff. And
he's still battling.
He has guilt. Yeah, he has guilt. Why he brought the man the lunch? He has guilt and stuff like that. So it's crazy, man.
I think with Anthony Mackie for sure. I think this is a huge for him because seeing that he probably will get the shield back again.
Yeah, for sure.
So seeing that, for future Marvel movies, he could potentially be, the new Captain America. This is a big test for him. I think this is what the studio is trying to see is how, well he's received and how well he's liked. So we're really going to get, an evaluation of his character because, in the first movies that he's appeared, he's kind of been that side character and that comic relief.
Yeah.
Where in this character, you're going to explore more within depth of his character of Sam Wilson in this show, which I think is going to be huge.
And we're gonna get more backstory about him because we saw his sister talk about like how he left to go to the Air Force when his family was going through things like that. So we're gonna get a lot more backstory I think on him and his character. But I think also I saw the director say that, and Kevin Feige said like this show's gonna talk about a lot of like real issues that we have in the world today. And I kind of saw it with the bank scene, like they can't get a loan. Because like everything's changed because the 5 years have passed, everyone's hurting, the world's struggling, and kind of like it's like right now the pandemic and everything, people are struggling, money's tight, everyone's like, so I kind of think that's like a nice to try to relate to that stuff, like the real world and stuff, and
I also like how the ending, with them giving the shield to someone else.
Oh yeah, man!
This white dude who the suit looks just like fucking Captain America from the gun. Yeah, he looks like the Marvel Avengers game Captain America. That's what the suit looks like. Has the gun on the side. Yeah, and in my opinion, it's just one of those things where they told Sam, "Hey, we appreciate you for giving up the shield." But in reality, what was in their head, what was actually what they wanted to say was Sam was, we want a new Captain America, but we don't want your black ass as Captain America.
That's part of how I took it. That's how part of I took it. The other part of me thought they want somebody who can control and put propaganda into.
For sure.
So with this Cap, they're gonna be able to control him and make him push the narrative that they want to push. With Sam, you knew you weren't going to be able to do that. Especially being friends with Cap, there's certain things he stands by, which you're not going to be able to get him to change up on. I think this new Captain America is going to be doing things that's not American. It doesn't fit what Cap would do or what Sam would do. You know what I mean? So I think this guy's going to be
he's going to be more government
control. They can do what they want with it. I think that's why they brought this guy in.
But with that, I would love for it to also tie into Sam being black because I feel like it's important. I feel like it's important nowadays to address race. And we, within the Marvel cinematic universe, I think it would be great to address that within that as well.
Especially
race,
America,
yeah, especially America, race and politics, and how that plays into this show. So I think that would be something that would be really cool to see. As to why the government doesn't want Sam to have the shield.
I think they will play into that too. I think they will play into both those narratives. Because Sam's, catalog, he has everything that you would want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't see why not. Right. But I think they're gonna definitely touch on that in the show. As far as the villains we've seen, I forgot the name of them. Yeah, it's like they're gonna be something. They're gonna be like a problem.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
They strong, man. That little boy got fucked up. But I like where it's going. Honestly, we don't really know much because only one episode so far, and they already said the show's gonna go places you don't expect it to. So I'm like, and after WandaVision, I don't give them more expectations. I'm just chilling. I'm just going for the ride. Like I know some people said WandaVision was ruined for them because they had so much. Like some people asked, do theories and stuff like that ruin the show because you expect things that don't happen? For me, I have my theories of things all the time, but like, I still enjoy the shows because I think
I don't ever make it personal.
Yeah, they already do what they gotta do. But with this show, I really don't know where to go with it because I'm not really that familiar with any of the storyline possibly. So I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Also, before you guys, because I know you guys are probably gonna be like, well, what the hell? You acted, ramp during that WandaVision. Well, okay, that Quicksilver shit was some bullshit. So I'll admit that was some bullshit. That was personal to me.
I think it's coming.
That was personal to everybody.
Nah, but this show reminds me a lot. It has a lot of Winter Soldier vibes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We're starting off with it. It starts out like Winter Soldier, it's a little gritty and stuff like that. I like it.
And Winter Soldier was a great,
one of the best Marvel shows, like Marvel movies for people. A lot of people say
I think, and I've also told you this earlier when we were talking about as far as the souped up people. I think maybe those are Zemo's people.
I don't think so.
Maybe he's the one in control of them because remember when he went to Sokovia. He probably did snatch up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He probably snatched up some of that super soldier serum because he killed the original super soldiers.
Yeah, he killed them.
So maybe he probably snatched up some samples of his own to create his own brand of people. I mean, he still has that book,
but he wouldn't be able to control those either, though. They weren't controlled. Remember, that's why they had to put the motherfuckers on lockdown. Yeah. They were breaking. They were going crazy. They couldn't control them. So it wouldn't be like he'd be able to control. So he had to change something up in them, but. Yeah. So I don't think that's what Benzino. I think that's a separate issue.
I'll just say that is my theory. It is a small theory. It's not. It's a theory where if it falls apart, I'm not gonna be mad. But that's my early theory.
But like I said, they and that's another thing that's dope about the show is like they've already you have people on both sides. Like the people right now so far, the bad guys, with the mask and stuff. They feel like the world was better before everyone came back. They liked it better when only half the universe was alive. So I like how you have these extremists on this side, and you have the people on this side. You know what I mean? And I don't think Benzino will fit that motive though.
Yeah.
I don't think for him 50% of people being gone will fit his motive.
I do like what you just said about how you have these multiple sides because you have these extremists. You have them playing a part as a villain. You have the government in itself being a villain. Within the show as well.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that they're having all these webs of villains and characters that they're gonna have to explore through this show.
No, that's how things gonna be like Winter Soldier, where there's gonna be evil within what you think is good. Deep down, there's some bad in that too. So I think they're gonna explore just like Winter Soldier did with the Hydra and stuff. So I think that's dope. What can I say? The bank scene, what I thought was crazy, especially when he asked him about how do y'all make y'all living. Cause I always wondered that. I always wondered how they make their money. Besides Tony Stark and T'Challa.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you never thought about how how Avengers live their lives outside of the Avengers Tower, like where they go back to. Yeah. And for Sam, it's an unfortunate situation where he's.
I think that's relatable though. To a lot of a lot of military people who come from the military come back here and don't have a lot to go back to, don't have families, something like that. They don't really get taken care of. A lot of them be homeless and stuff like that. And I feel like Sam's on a binge. Like Sam helped bring back people. He brought half the people back. Like him have his contribution. So it's like to see he can't get a loan. It's like damn. It just show how hard times are. How you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I thought that was an interesting take on it too. I think there's so much you can take from this show, honestly. So we're only one episode in, and there's so much things I look at. And I see okay, I can see why he put this in here. I can see where this relates to real world society and stuff like that. And I think we're gonna continue to see that more and more in episodes. The more episodes we get, and the further it goes. So I'm excited to see where the show continues to go. Marvel's doing a great job with these shows. I'm just enjoying. I think shows, just in general, even Justice League, Zack Snyder Justice, I think when you put stuff on TV, man, you can just put so much effort into it, you put so much time into it. You don't have to worry about a time limit, you don't have to worry about anything. Especially these series where you're just doing episode by episode by episode. You can really focus in on details and characters and really draw out the best of characters and everything. So I think it's one thing I'm enjoying about shows. I love going to movies. I love movies. But I'm enjoying these shows because of this reason.
Yeah.
Because you're able to get these characters fleshed out so well.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. And I enjoy the once a week. I think it gives us time to, go back and watch, soak it all in, talk about it with other people, get their ideas. I think it's better than just being on binge things. Mm-hmm. So, being binge TV is kind of hurting the people. We just rush through things. We don't get a chance to enjoy anything. We just rush through. But yeah, I'm enjoying this episode. So I enjoyed this episode so far. I saw that this is the highest streamed Disney Plus show, which is kind of surprising. I thought Mandalorian would be, but
yeah, I know.
For this to be that's crazy. But I think these characters actually because think about it, a lot of people like Bucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of people like the Winter Soldier and stuff. And Sam, I think, has a nice little following. But I think Bucky really has a big following. And I think these two together, after probably around Civil War, we started seeing these characters together, and people started liking the combination again when they talk to each other and joke with each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people like the lines they said to each other.
And quick thing to add of Bucky, I mean, you also see how, how he, without Steve, he literally has no one. Like, he was talking to his therapist, and he only has like 10 contacts on his phone.
Yeah, so, reach out to Sam.
Yeah,
Sam's trying to hit him up.
Exactly. He doesn't reach out. So you just see how shut off he's trying to be, with himself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying because of everything he's gone through, and he's trying to deal with those personal demons that he's dealt with as when he was the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
so.
And he can't even get settled into life. Think about it. When he was frozen, he came back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he was frozen again by in Wakanda to get right. And then he comes back, and then he's gone for 5 years. He's the blip.
Yeah, so he really
has a chance to really settle into life and try to find out who he is and try to live. Like when chick asked me, he's like, "I'm 110 years old." It's like 110 years old, but he's not really hasn't really lived all that life because he's been iced over and the blip and stuff. So it's like he hasn't really had a chance to really settle and find who he is. And I think that's what this show's gonna do. I think it's gonna give Bucky a chance to really find who he is outside of the Winter Soldier and really find who Bucky Barnes is.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think Sam's gonna help him with that. I think they will come together. I'll give a theory. I don't think they're gonna come together about 3 or 4. Episode 3 or 4. I think episode 2 they're gonna be on their own separate ways. I think by 3 they'll come together.
Okay.
Oh, they might come together. Yeah.
I think they'll come together next episode.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Think that when they see that wash thing, they'll be like, oh,
yeah.
Bucky won't see like, hey, Cap, Sam, what the fuck happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I'm enjoying the show. I think the show's amazing. Great job so far. I'm excited to see what the rest of the series is going to be like. I'm excited about the future of the show. Like She-Hulk, Miss Marvel. I'm excited about all this content coming. Sure. They got some good content coming, man. But Falcon Winter Soldier going to be...
Falcon Winter Soldier was lit. So.
And the action scene was pretty dope at the beginning to a start, but a nice action scene. The action was nice. Good action sequence. Remind me of Winter Soldier. And, yeah, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, you guys, that's all for this review. Please let us know down in the comments section your thoughts on episode 1 of Marvel Studios' Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let us know your thoughts. If you like this review, be sure to leave a like and subscribe and tune in for more. I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
Deuces.
Love y'all.